Hello everyone. So a lot of people in Cavan will know about this. It's caused a bit of an uproar, and rightly so, because it's absurd. So you remember I said a few months ago about they were talking about building houses out beside Cavan General Hospital in Cavan there, and they were planned originally to be 60. Now it's 30, and that's going to cost 8.4 million for 30 modular homes. Not even houses, like not houses, brick and mortar houses. 30 modular homes, so basically kind of trailers, if you may use that. And guess what? They're costing nearly 300,000 each. 300,000 each for 30 modular homes. And at the same time, you nearly would build an only house for 300,000. Well, give or take, with inflation and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't. But that's absurd too. 300,000 for one modular home. And I actually looked into it there a few minutes ago just to see an average what would it be. And there's a company in Ireland doing modular homes, right? And it's about 60,000 euros. So basically, not as much. Nearly 300,000 are paying for 30 modular homes. And online on a place there you can get it for 60,000. Just after straight money 60,000 here. So obviously there's something wrong. If they paid 300,000 for 30, they were planning for 60. So imagine they were 60. It's 8.4 million already. 8.4 million, nearly 10 million for 30 houses. Along with other spaces and things like that. And I have to say, and I will say this straight, and I have to say, that I know it's higher powers in Dublin that's saying about this and doing this. But I will say straight, how come there was people, I remember even one woman was trying to get away from her abusive husband, and there was no emergency accommodation in County Cavan. She was refused, there was nothing they could do. Basically, she was told there was no place to put her. There was no such thing as getting home modular house to keep her safe for a while because her husband was abused. No such thing, not at all. And the same with people who are, God forbid, there's not as many homeless people thankfully in Cavan as there's in other cities. But still, there's some in hotels that have nowhere to go. And there hasn't been, never been a word about getting them. I think the number's about 30 people who are technically homeless but have a hotel room, but are technically homeless. But not a word about them 30 people getting modular homes. Haven't heard of it. Never heard of it in Cavan. Never heard of it. Oh, never heard of it. Never been said. Even in Dublin, look at all the homeless people in Dublin lying on the streets. Before that, the house, before the war happened in Russia, Ukraine, sorry. Never a word about getting modular homes for any Irish people. Never a word about it. But it's absurd. I'm sure people agree. Everybody's up in arms on Facebook and Twitter about it, which they should be, because it's ridiculous. Nearly 300,000 for one modular home. One of them. That's enough for the whole lot of it. 8.4 million for the whole lot. And they're going to have lights and all that crack. It's crazy. Are they well? Whoever's in the Department of House, are they well? Literally with doing this. Because let's be fair, as I said, you could get one for 60,000, which probably would cost less than that. If you were going to do it, it'd be around 3 million, possibly. Which is better, probably 8 million. Like 8 million, they'll probably count inflation and stuff like that. And then the work and paying the workers and all that to build the site and get the site developed and all that. You're probably looking at 10 million. So let's give or take 2 million extra, because everything always goes over budget anyway. We all agree on that. The National Children's Hospital, they said it wouldn't go up anymore, now it's in the billions. Because everything goes up, because they're just incompetent, this government, are doing anything. But it's absurd, it really is absurd how they're allowed to do this. 8.4 million. Like, I understand, they wanted to do it to go ahead, but the amount of money, it's absurd. It's absurd. As I say, 60,000 you could get 30 for. I don't know how that much, as I said, that would be 3 million. But it's insane that they're saying, look it, we're going to spend 8.4 million, and maybe it could go into 10 million, but who knows. And this is only one out of many. There's one in Tipperary, another. This is modular house, basically. Modular homes, that's the word. But you're actually insane about it. And it's going to house 120 Ukrainians, just to say too. And obviously this site too, who I've said about it before, I know a lot of people on Cavan are very unhappy about it. I'm sure even the locals in the area, beside Cavan General Hospital and there, are very unhappy about it. Because loads of people around the county are very unhappy. Because I remember one woman on Facebook saying she's waiting 8 years for a council house. And these people just come in 5 minutes and they're here. And they get something. And it is true. How could they skip the queue in front of somebody that's been waiting 8 years? And God forbid, some people have waited 15 years for a council house in this county. And it's not fair. It isn't fair. It isn't fair on the people who are waiting on housing this and waiting patiently on council waiting lists and stuff like that. It isn't very fair. We have to be honest with ourselves. It isn't fair. Everybody should be treated fairly. Everybody should be treated equally. Nobody should be put in front of anybody. But that's just my opinion on it. I'm sure many people can agree. It's absurd. 8.4 million again. It'd go probably 10 million. As I say, give or take inflation and all that. And judging other costs and stuff like that, planning permission probably be 10 million. That's not probably 8.4 million now at all. It might be 10 million. And this is supposed to be done by the end of March, just to say. And just to say, this area that they built in the modular house for years and years and years has been disputed over it. Before the Ukrainian war and stuff like that, it was supposed to be done for social housing. There was supposed to be a big housing estate there, because around it there's loads of council estates, but they never came to fruition. But it was just rammed through the last few months, and there's basically no stopping it now. They're going to do it regardless. Is what I've been told, because I've raised a bit of opposition towards it, in questioning why. First of all, it's so much. Before, and it was questioning why we were doing it in the first place too. But again, basically we're told no, nothing can be done. It's going to go ahead anyway, and it is going to go ahead. I have to say, regardless of what can be done, it does seem like it's going to go ahead come hell or high water. Because there was a bit of public consultation about it. There was a bit. I will say that. But it's still insane. Like, you are insane. So the news that 32 bedroom units will be costing the region 8.4 million. With the region, the same region. But yeah, it's insane. So let me know what you take and subscribe more. And let me know what you take. Are you from Cavan? Do you agree with this? Do you not agree? I would love to hear your opinion. It's just my opinion, because it's a lot of money now. It is a lot of money. It'll probably be 10 million. As I say, it could be more than that. It could be 15 million. Who knows? There's, again, as I say, inflation, stuff like that. Materials have gone up. It's insane. It is really, really insane. Like, it's costing that much money. And that's only one out of many sites. That's the thing. So we're looking probably at the budget maybe this year. Counting Cavan, Tipperary, and I think they said other counties are look now for this side. I have a bit of the code, so that's why it's hard for me to remember everything. Tipperary, Sligo, Calc Mines, yeah. So all them added together could be about 40 million. That's been conservative, maybe 30 million, I could be wrong. But if it is that a price for 30 and the top it's like another towns, Cork too, you look about 45, 50, 60, 70 million, maybe. It's in the million, it's well in the millions, well in the big figures. For the independent developers and the contractors and all that. That's not me. Take care of them.